Hello, everyone. Welcome to an exciting episode of the podcast series called With High Performers. And today we have Krupali Uchil. She's a life coach and she knows multiple modalities like energy healing, hypnotherapy, and NLP. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel so that you will get regular updates from this channel. And let's listen to this podcast. Welcome, everyone. Today we have Coach Krupali, and we are welcoming Krupali into the show. Thank you, Kripali, for coming into this show, and we are so grateful for you. So, can you just introduce yourself, like, so who you are and what are your activities and things like
Oh,
that?
first of all, thank you so much, Vimal, for calling me on your podcast. It's an honor. Thank you so much. Now, let me introduce myself. I'm Krupali Uchil. I have been an educator for past 32 years, and I have been dealing for almost 3 decades now with teenagers. So that is my education journey. I am a teacher, I'm an edupreneur. And along with that, I realized that students have multiple issues, though we don't feel those, but they have. And as a result, somewhere when they started opening up to me, I thought I should get into this coaching. And apart from that, I'm also an energy healer. I am a clinical and spiritual hypnotherapist, and I deal into various modalities. So it's not only students, but also people with psychiatric issues, with physical ailments. I like to do that. So my motto somewhere is that we are born with an expiry date. The period
Okay.
in between is what is in our hands. So I really wish to support all those people who want to live their life to the fullest and enjoy their journey on this earth.
Wow. So, I just really, resonate with this. I like that quote because what we have in our control is the time that we are living in this earth, right? So, we need to live that in fullest potential. So let me ask one question. What is edupreneur? So,
Yeah. So Edupreneur is an entrepreneur who deals in education. So I have a coaching setup where
okay,
it's not only academic, like along with academics being the core, but along with that, I also try and teach life skills to the students because that is ultimately what is important, right? Like we need to learn how to live life, not
okay,
only earn. Career is important, but how do you live life? So all those things also come along, their ethics, their morals. I also take my students for treks, not
okay,
picnics, but treks, because
okay,
in trekking you come to know the simplicity of life, the beauty of nature, and how you can be happy even with something very simple and basic.
okay. All right. So can you just tell me what motivated you to become a coach?
Um, I had some wonderful teachers in my education, and they were the turning point in my life. I was a student who hated study. I studied because I had to. Otherwise, like, I don't know, I wouldn't have had shelter over my head. So, but then they brought interest in studies. I had some other good teachers who taught me trekking, and I started enjoying my life. I started living my life. So, all those things made me feel that if you have a good teacher, then you start liking the subject, you start liking doing things. So, you need a good mentor. So, that's how I got into education. It was just a thing that I started to earn pocket money in my college days, and I thought it will be temporary. But eventually, I got into this, and students do come up with various problems. So we do guide and counsel them, but then you also need to know ki, am I guiding them in the right direction? So that's the reason why I even did neuro-linguistic programming, because that will connect more with the students. Energy healing, possibly they're too young to understand that or feel that. But surprisingly, many of them also do that with me. Like they ask for it and we do it. We do meditations. We do a lot of stuff in the class.
Okay. So why you think that the coaching is so important along with the education? So even if it is a teacher or even if it is a um, person who is working in the education sector, how this coaching can be helpful for the students. So
See, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
what is your take on that?
Yeah. So primarily, we think education is needed because we need to make a career. Career helps
Mm.
us to have our financial setup so that we can get our desired lifestyle. But earning money, setting a career is only one small aspect of your life. There are a lot of other things. You may have a lot of money, but internally you may not be happy. We see so many people like that, right? And there are people who don't have enough money, but yet, they live fully their life, completely enjoyed. So, what's the difference? So, I always feel that we had to unlearn and learn certain things. So, if we can help or guide this younger generation to learn the right thing at the right time, they'll be way ahead. They'll not have to unlearn and relearn, and all that time and potential will be saved. And uh, secondly, what else were you asking? Sorry.
No, so I was asking, so let's rephrase this something like, so you said unlearning, right? And learning. So what are the things that students needs to unlearn as a part of their journey?
See, we make a lot of our beliefs from our childhood, and then in teenage, especially, what the world says matters to you many a times. Like your self image is governed by what your peer tell you. Your confidence may shoot up or shoot down based on that. So it is very important that in that age, if we can understand ourselves, what are we? Spend more time with ourselves. So discover who we are at core. So if that is done that time, a lot of things can change. Choice of career, choice of subjects, choice of a life partner, very crucial, because many a times people don't know what they are, and then they uh, select a person to spend their life with. But when you don't know what you are and what you want, how can you select the right thing or a right person or a right career? And then that brings in a lot of troubles later on. So if at the start those steps are rectified or put in the right order, I think things will be much better, and people can lead their life much more happily, peacefully, and celebrate their life.
Okay. So the core is to discover yourself. What
Yes.
at your core, that is so much important, right? And so do you think our current education system is supporting that, or what is the problem with
See, due
moving
to
a person?
the vast population, I don't think it is that possible to address each one individually.
Hmm.
Each one of us is unique. Like each one of us has a different DNA. Even identical twins are not same. So nature has created each one uniquely. But there are
Yeah.
certain parameters which are same, like we have two eyes, two hands, two legs. So certain things will go as mass, certain things need to be addressed individually. So education is like, say, for example, students come and ask me, why do we have to learn all these subjects? I don't like this subject, or I don't like math. Why do I have to learn? So the reason is that it's not only to score, or it's not only like, where will I use trigonometry in life? They come up. So, okay, you will not use maybe directly trigonometry, but that part of your brain which needs to develop for decision making, for logical thinking, that is developing. The neural networks are forming. Now, you may not use trigonometry or math as it is, but because those circuits are made, those pathways are made. Whenever you come across that situation which needs decision making, problem solving, your math, what you did, will help you. So
Wow.
likewise, language, like how you you learn to uh, there is science behind language also. Like it has step by step process, so you're learning the step by step process one after the other. Like when you write a story or when you write an essay, you have certain parameters to be followed. That is the science, but in that you bring in the art, the creativity. So how you
Okay.
present thing is also brought in by language. So each subject is important apart from your scores and academics.
Yeah, so that really makes sense because most of the question that we have hearing right now, so why do we need to study even though we are not interested in it, right? Yeah. So this is a great answer, I guess, because this is the first time I'm hearing answer like this. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, so apart from the career, how education is helping the person?
Apart from career, education helps them to know their values. When, like, say, for example, you are told a story or you're reading a poem, what happens is each one will have their different take. Each take, each one's take is based on how you are internally processed. And when you discuss, when you come out with those things in front of a group, you realize that each one is different, and then you feel, yes, this is also a right viewpoint, or this is also possible. So you learn acceptance. I am different than you, but it's not that I'm right, you're wrong. So accepting each one's uniqueness, that is very important. Biology teaches you about how you are formed, how different life beings are formed. So you realize that nature beautifully created us from atoms and molecules, trapped some energy in it, which we call as life force. And then we are what we are. And we all like know that once we go, every part of our body has to disintegrate and go back to nature. So you realize that, you know, you've been given some time here to do something good if you can. And ultimately, everyone has to go. Biology also will teach you the uniqueness of yourself because, you know, the gametes are different. Out of those gamete, which uh, allele will be picked up and which characteristic you will get is completely different. So it teaches you that there is something supreme above you, and respect life, love life, live life.
Okay. Okay. So how aware, so you said acceptance and awareness that you are not just a human, just more than that. And how this awareness already being there in current children, I mean nowadays children, do they aware of this or
I would say today's generation is way too smarter and way too evolved. They are eager to know more things. They have a lot of absorption ability and they have the resources also. So initially when like I was into energy healing and all, so those two things were separate. Like my life coaching and my energy healing, I kept separate because I thought not everyone connects with energy healing. So, and I had not mentioned it to my students also ever. So one fine day, it so happened that I was saying something, and out when I was teaching them physics and chemistry, something we were discussing, and it went to energy, like atoms, molecules, energy between the atoms leading to formation of molecules. So I just mentioned life also originates like this, and then it went to another discussion, and then I realized, oh my God, they know a lot of things. They are reading, they are seeing things on Instagram, I mean, YouTube. Though we feel they are always wasting time, but they are seeing crucial stuff. So then we did meditations, and I just made them feel energy, their aura, and they were so happy. And then we did meditations. And now also, like before the exams, like say tomorrow is their paper, today they come for their doubt clearing. So before they go, we have a small meditation so that everything goes well and they are calm and composed when they write their paper, which is very important.
Okay. So what is the energy healing? So can you just talk a little bit about that?
So, say for example, I'll talk about neurons. Now, we have neurons. Neurons transmit signals based on like chemical signals as well as electric signals. So, you know that whenever there is electricity, that will
Mhm.
produce magnetic field, right?
Yes.
So we all have electromagnetic field around us. And a conducting wire also has that, right? So same way, we also have electromagnetic field around us, which we call as aura. Now,
Okay.
Vimal, it may so happen that when you go to a function or a party, okay,
Mhm.
and you see a lot of strangers whom you have not met before, and you don't know them at all. It's many a times it so happens that when you meet, you're not introduced, but when you see a person, you feel, okay, this is the person I can go and say hello to, or this is the person it's better I keep distance.
Okay.
What did
Okay.
you do? Did you have any background of that person? No.
Oh,
Did you exchange words with the person? No. Did you observe the person interacting with others? No. What did you sense? Why did you get this? Because your aura sensed the other person's aura. Your electromagnetic field, if it was compatible with the other person's electromagnetic field, then you feel like, yes, uh, this is the person whom I can go and talk with. So that's our aura. Now, we all there should be a source, right? Like if we are getting electricity to our houses to run appliances, it comes from a power station. So
yes.
same way, all living beings run on some energy. There should be some source of energy, transmission of the energy major. So that comes, we call it divine, God, nature, whatever name you want to give. But there is something which gives us energy. So we have spinal cord, we have energy channel in our body, parallel to the spinal cord inside the body. So if this is your spinal cord at the back, vertebral column, spinal cord in it, you have energy channel ahead of it. And
Okay.
that runs the energy in your body. And there are junctions which will transmit energy to different parts of your body, and we call them chakras or meridians, energy meridians. Now, very simple thing. What is the difference between a living being and a dead body?
Mm.
All the body parts are intact, right?
Yeah.
How does a doctor declare that so and so person is dead? Is just by checking the pulse. Pulse tells the circulation of blood has stopped. Circulation of blood has stopped because heart and other organs are not functioning. Why? Why is the fan not working, or why is the light not working? Because the current is not there, right?
Okay.
Same way, if all the organs or body of a person or an animal or a plant is intact, but the energy flow has stopped, then there is no life. So life is energy.
Okay.
That is how the word prana is life. So life energy. So that is how it works. I hope it's a
Yeah.
detailed topic, but I hope I
Yeah.
could.
Okay. So you are saying that we are receiving energy, and then we have the energy channels in our body, and moving those energy in our body creates energy field around us, which is called aura. Right?
Yes.
So is this energy healing meant to correct this energy flows in our body, or
Yes. So,
Okay.
like, say we get water supply in our house. Okay. Now, say a particular tap is not giving you enough pressure of water.
Okay.
The reason, main supply is same, other outlets are giving you enough flow of water, but one particular outlet is not having enough flow. So what could be the issue? There could be some blockage,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we
Yeah.
clean up the blockage. So same way in our energy channel also, there could be blockages created due to lot of energy things like thoughts, words,
Mm-hmm.
feelings. Okay. And those blockages, if are there near the chakra, then different organs and parts will get affected because they will not get the distribution junction box is faulty. So energy will not go to different parts. And then initially the defect is seen in the aura. Okay. Like when we scan the aura, we come to know that this part or this chakra is having some issue. If not taken care of at that time, those energy faults will show in the physical body. And then different diseases come out because of that. Diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure, frozen shoulder, then even psychological disorders like bipolar, schizophrenia, anxiety is also because of energy blockage. You name it and it is related to energy and it can be rectified. Can you believe even people who have suicidal tendencies have faulty energy flow? If that is rectified, those tendencies go away. And I have uh, had the honor to do this and see the results. So, I mean, it works fabulously. And even I was like, this is really a miracle.
Okay. So one simple question. So you said, so whenever there is a blockage happens, then your thought patterns and everything will be changing, right? Like suicidal tendencies that you just mentioned. So is which is first happening? Is this thought pattern is changing, then the energy flow is changing, or the energy flow is changing first, then thought pattern changing? How exactly is this happening?
It goes like it's cyclic, okay? Was the
Okay.
chick first or the egg first?
Mm.
So it could be anything. It could be the thought process, it could be the environmental factors. But as a human, what we can do is we can control our thoughts, we can rectify our thoughts, we can rectify our words, we can rectify our intentions.
Mhm.
And based on that, we can clear our channels. We can prevent the blockage further. And only if the blockage is too much, then you need to, go for healing and get things rectified. So, but yes, so as like I underwent a lot of change in my thought process. So like 7 years or 8 years down the line, I was a different person. Now I'm a different person. So it's because I also realized, no, like, why should I have this blockages time and again? What can I do? So I can just change my thought process. I can change the words that I use. So I become more energy conscious now. Like,
Okay.
I need more downpour. Meditation helps you download lot of energy, divine energy. That's why you feel calm, right? Because what happens is a lot of your small blockages are getting dissolved when you meditate.
Okay. So you were saying that so because of the blockage of the energy flow in our body, which creates some disease in our body, like cancer, anxiety, stress. So which means that correcting one's energy can rectify all of this blockage, and then you can also get rid of these diseases too, right? And it's a
It's a
I think
no
it's a
touch,
miracle.
no medicine method.
Okay, okay,
No touch, no medicine. I can, like any energy healer, can heal anybody, even online now. So I
okay.
have clients globally, and like we have sessions like this, and we have had results, beautiful results, because there you're connecting yourself with the divine and
Mm,
the source of the energy as a healer. I'm just a wire, in the circuit from
okay.
the power station to the appliance, pass the current. That's it. So what happens is when we connect to the divine and divert it, so energy, can flow, can go anywhere. So it goes like you have to channelize. A lot of intuition plays a role there. Telepathy plays. I have healed animals using telepathic healing,
Okay.
like where they cannot speak, they cannot express, but you can heal even their psychiatric problems of the animals. They do have a lot of psychological issues, so that is also healed.
Okay. So most of the people don't know about, there is a energy healing field exist out there. So most of the
Yes,
people only know about the medical science, and so medical science have all the answers for most of the problem. But I'm thinking that so if we can use both
yes.
and it can work together like hand in hand, then we can easily solve this problem, right?
So like I mean, just to tell you this, like I have a patient who's schizophrenic. I'll not mention the name, or I mean, but this person was in rehab, and then was brought home for some reasons, violent. Now is much stable, much composed. And can you believe? I mean, I've used hypnotherapy and energy healing on him. Different modalities work for different people. So now he is working, doing a job, though the treatment is on, and his doctor, his psychiatrist, has reduced his medicine, even like wondering ki, what's going on, matlab, how, but fine. So I've told the family that do not stop any medicine. I'll not ask you to stop any medicine. That there we will take doctor's advice, let them feel that yes, this is to be reduced, then we will do it. But go for a medical checkup. So this does not interfere. Energy healing does not interfere. A person can continue whatever medical treatment they are doing. This can work parallelly, and what happens is it can fasten the process, or eventually the medical practitioner himself or herself will tell you ki, well, stop the medicine because now you're perfect. And there are a lot of cases like that, So a lot of
Yes,
people
yes.
have got healed. Yeah.
Okay, so I want just spread the awareness like so there are different modality or different fields exist that can work together with the medical field and so that you can get a better results. Right. So just go back to our the students.
Yes.
So you mentioned hypnotherapy and energy healing and NLP. So how do you actually coach them using all of this? So do you have any specific method for a particular person, or how do you do that?
So I many a times see, like each one is unique, as I said. Like when I go to a shop, I have a limited choice of purchasing things, because I don't have a variety. If I go to a supermarket, I'll have a lot of variety in a particular thing. So I get a better choice, and then I pick up what works best for me. So same way here, I learned different modalities because I realized that something works with somebody better and some other modality works with some other patient better. So ultimately, as a coach, or as a healer, what am I supposed to do is uh, help the client resolve their issues and lead a happy life. So what is the path? Which modality doesn't matter. If I want to reach Mount Everest, there are various routes. Now, which route I take doesn't matter. Reaching the summit is important. So same way here, different modality will work differently for different people. Somebody will be accepting something better. So that's the reason I feel that, yeah, different modalities are needed.
Okay. So, have you mixed up any techniques in your pattern of education? Something like the mind science, or so that the people, I mean, the students will get more clarity on the subject, or do some techniques so that they like this subject, or any sort of experiments um, are you doing?
Yeah, a lot of like included storytelling in the teaching part. Then, you know, as I said, like use visualization techniques for them before their exams,
Okay.
or to understand the subject, uh, improve their grasping by using NLP.
Hmm.
They can, pick up whatever is said. Their reception, audio reception, visual reception is better. So that way, a lot of things. And then, of course, the routine ones, 80-20 rule and manifestation and a lot of other things go on. Their journaling, their to-do list, and how to do things, those practical aspects along with the other aspects.
So nowadays, so we see many times the students or the children cannot live up to the parents' expectation, and they are not in sync. They are in constant struggle to build a relationship with each other. So, what is the reason for that? Do you have any experience on this?
Uh, I have two daughters. I have had my share of conflicts, but what I feel is this is a constant Tom and Jerry relationship, parent and child, like that will go on. But yeah, along with all that, there needs to be communication between parent and child. I feel the parent needs to be more open, create a safe space for the child to communicate and speak. And children also should trust their parents and speak out whatever they want to speak. If they can trust their friend, if they can trust their teachers, they can even trust their parents. So that I feel is necessary. And somewhere I feel that parents should, you know, uh, allow the child to be himself or herself, because each one is unique. My child will not be my copy. I've not cloned my child. My child is another individual who has another purpose, another reason to be born. To let them explore their life with safety, of course, with values. So, as a parent, I feel my duty towards my child is put some right values in them, communicate, tell them that explore the world, but don't worry, any trouble, I'm there. I'm watching your back. So, when that support comes in, possibly, I think the child will be able to explore. Let the bird fly out of the nest and tell them that the nest is still there. You can come back.
Okay, yeah. So that's an awesome message. So I think nowadays the parents need some training because the parenting uh, we have never been taught
Thought.
in yeah, in schools or in
We are
the education
expected
system.
to, yeah, we are expected to be, I mean, we are supposed to be born as a parent, the child, the day our child is born. Like, but parenting is, uh, that's see, this is all not there in the education. This should be there, isn't it? Like, there are a lot of things we need to learn how to uh, be with your spouse, how to be a parent, how to be a good child. All these things are needed. So, okay, whatever is there, we can't change the system, but at least whatever little bit we can, we should. That's what I feel.
Okay. So do you have any message to the children, especially the teenagers? Like how do they need to explore their life? Something.
Just be you. Know yourself first. Communicate what you feel very calmly and patiently to others. You are in a state of dilemma because you are undergoing a lot of changes. We do understand, but tell it to us so that we, as parents, as teachers, do realize that this was a phase where even we were confused, and we can help you there. We are there for you. We love you, and just be you, but take care of yourself. Don't fall into wrong things. Life is precious and you are very precious.
Thank you, Krupali ji, for your beautiful message. And that being said, by the restriction of time, so we just trying to end here. And I think so we should meet and just discuss about your energy part, because there are a lot of
Yeah, lot of stuff.
lot of stuffs are there. So thank you so much for joining with us, and we are so grateful for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vimal.